Hey Cam Fam! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we have a very special guest who you might not know. But before anything else, please make sure you're already subscribed and you've clicked on that bell button so you're always notified whenever I have new videos like this one.
Nausog mo pa yung...
Oo nga, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so for today, I have asked Lorraine to come guest on my channel. And she is going to ask me
Questions about motherhood.
which a lot of you might be wondering, if you are also like not a mom yet, pero marami kang gustong tanungin. So this is just like how friends would converse, like a mom and a...
Super casual. And parang ever since she gave birth, like I know a lot of my friends and even my sister, they all gave birth na. But I actually never asked them like questions about...
Very specific questions.
Oh, very specific questions. And I feel like a lot of people, including me, they always just see like what you see in photos and what people share. Pero dami kong questions in my head. Like some are funny and I feel like some are serious din naman. So halo-halo siya, mix of everything.
Thank you for having me on your talk show. I am so honored.
So, question number 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, gaano kasakit ang giving birth?
Alam mo,
Kasi I think it's so painful, to be honest.
Ako rin, you've seen me how I asked moms before, right? Nung di pa ako naging mom. Pero totoo pala what they say na there's something in nature that makes you forget the pain. Because I honestly can't remember the pain. Like, di ko siya maalala na ngayon. I don't know if it's the epidural or something, but people kept saying na parang feeling nila. Other moms that I've talked to na parang you tend to forget the pain.
What?
But siguro if I were to
like even your
really,
friends na gave birth,
Oo.
they all can't remember.
Siguro for me, I would say, because I gave birth via C-section, but I also experienced labor because emergency C-section ako. So I was doing labor for like 12 hours. And siguro mga 6.
Really?
Yeah, 6. But depende kasi sa pain tolerance yan. And I feel my pain tolerance
Nag-dysmenorrhea ka ba before?
Oo.
Oo. Sabi talaga nila it helps, no?
Oh,
when
actually,
you get your period and you have cramps, it helps daw when you're actually giving birth.
Maybe
like,
it's because you've been trained with the pain.
Yeah.
Monthly pain.
And also, sorry, side kwento, ang dami ko nakikita on TikTok now, yung pinapatry nila yung boyfriend or husband. Yung mga husband nila.
I would love.
Yung
I wonder how real it is.
Yung may pain, I know. Where can we buy that?
But you know what helps kasi is that someone told me this na also before. It helps when you can anticipate the contractions. Kasi you're usually attached to these machines and they can tell when a contraction is coming. Para siyang heart monitor also. So pag nakita mo siyang paakyat na, malalaman mo na okay, this is a contraction. And sometimes it helps if you
breathe in, breathe out.
So, natsyempohan mo siya. So, then it also helps with the pain.
Okay, another question. Now that you are actually a mom, look back at past Camille na feeling mo, syempre lahat tayo feeling natin prepared tayo sa mga things. Pero how prepared were you talaga? Like, did you have everything that you needed? Did you pack everything that you had? May nakalimutan ka ba? Or feeling mo you were very well prepared?
Super. I was super well prepared, I think. I'm type A so I really prepared. I think it helped me kasi I knew that if I don't prepare, I would be anxious, I would be scared, I would feel like super all over the place. And I wanted to create an environment where I feel comfortable. Parang I wanted to give myself the best. Ano ba? I wanted to really make sure na nagawa ko lahat to make myself feel more prepared with this pregnancy. So kung ano man yung kaya kong i-control, I tried to do. So like for example, I really prepared for different scenarios. I prepared if I'm giving birth normally, if I'm giving birth C-section, lahat yon nasa bag ko. I really researched.
So, 2 separate bags siya? Like, just in case one for like normal birth?
You won't know kasi until the very last minute. Ako, I only found out like maybe at the last hour that I was giving birth through C-section. So, I really felt kasi na it would prepare me mentally if I feel prepared.
Gets. Okay, so, when we're talking about packing, ano yung mga tips mo? Let's say, 5 things that you really need to bring with you when you're about to give birth. I know kasi sobrang dami. Like, even my sister, I saw how she prepared. But like, for example, kunento niya, like, she brought mga pajamas. But in the hospital, they also have for your baby.
Yes.
So, dami niya dalang pajamas. If you were just to share like a few things na kailangan meron kang dala, ano siya?
I think it would be nursing pillow. It really helps, especially if you're also C-section, then you really need like something to help you carry your baby and you'll be nursing your baby a lot. So nursing pillow talaga number one.
What's the difference between a nursing pillow and
a
the
normal
regular
pillow? Nursing pillow is like shaped. It's like a moon.
I've seen those. Yeah.
So it helps you so hindi mo laging carry yung baby and you can position the baby and stuff like that. Number 2, siguro, I didn't give birth vaginally, but I would assume that if I gave birth vaginally, I think this would really, really help. The peri bottle.
Oh.
So it helps you like when you want to clean yourself. Oh my God, you need to bring adult diapers. It helped me so much, adult diapers.
That's something new because
because
I'd
you'll
always
be bleeding a lot.
I'd
after
always
birth.
think na everything that you bring is for the baby, but yes, totoo.
Ang dami mong pinagdaanan, girl. Alagaan mo sarili mo. And also, if you're C-section, but I think also if you're vaginal birth, this also helps. Yung...
Waist trainer? Hindi siya
it's
waist
not
trainer,
called waist
sorry.
trainer eh. Oh my God, my mom brain is coming in. But basically, the thing that you wrap yourself in because you need to like put the organs back in place and everything else. And sometimes kasi may feeling mo everything's loose. So then you need that to make you
tighten,
feel...
like, yeah.
Oo.
Okay.
For baby, feeling ko kasi kompleto naman sa hospital.
Oo eh. I think if you're gonna give birth at a hospital, they basically have everything.
But if you just wanna make it more comfortable, then yeah, you can prepare kahit kunyari diapers because it's also more expensive if you get it from the... They charge everything they use on your baby.
Okay, so better talaga to still bring everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ay, ito pa, isa pa,
Ay,
something
isa pa pala. Oh.
Like something to call your husband. I think it's so important. Like for example, for me, C-section ako, so hindi ako makatayo. Parang I think something was happening to Sienna yata. Like, Sienna fell asleep on me. Like, it was a time na she was crying so much na she had to sleep on me. And then I think I wanted him to return Sienna to the thing, to the bassinet.
Yeah.
Para makatulog na ako maayos. But he was also sleeping on the couch. So, di ko siya matawag. Di ko rin naman siya masigawan kasi katabi ko yung baby ko. So, I wish I had those extender things where you could just do that. I had to really strategize. Ano kayang pwede ko tapunin
ano
kayo
ginawa
ni
mo?
na hindi masyadong masakit. And also, pag di siya nagising, I won't need yung ganon. I think I threw an empty water bottle ba or a tissue box. At one of those, tissue box or... And when I share this on my stories, sobrang daming moms had the same... Like, they had to throw a pillow, they had to do like something to wake the...
Okay, so maybe like a pager. Or
Not a
cellphone
pager,
beside you.
basta yung ganon.
Grabe yung
yung
pager, cellphone na lang.
Merong pole stick
Ah.
or something. Uy!
How long did it take for you to recover?
I think I was already moving so much even before 1 month. Yeah. But a lot of people are saying I wasn't supposed to do what I was doing because I could already like bend, I was already squatting, I was already so active. But also because I feel na it's so important for you to remain active even during pregnancy. It will help you so much in your recovery. A lot of people think kasi na, ay mag-workout lang ako for like vaginal birth to like really prepare my pelvic floor. To prepare my vagina for this delivery. But people don't understand that a lot of things happen after birth. And that's why if you ask me yung pain ko, like how painful is giving birth, parang I remember the after birth more painful than the during the birth. So, it really helped na sobrang prepared ng body ko and sobrang like prepared ako to carry the baby kasi ang dami rin moms like their entire like backs and everything super painful. Nagkakaroon sila ng condition with their wrist. Tapos, so it's nice if you're really prepared with your body. So, I know na when you're pregnant, you're like, okay, this is my excuse to just lie down, everyone, do everything
So,
for me.
masakit siya. Like, even if you... Obviously, you're in recovery, but all this time, I was thinking, ito lang yung masakit. So, madami pang parts ng body mo masakit.
Also kasi, imagine mo kung gano'n yung sakit mo here ha. They cut you open, they take out your organs, and then they put you back together. And I couldn't laugh. Every time I laugh, masakit din siya.
Pero yung, what were you saying about like the risk?
The risk, kasi
and
parang some moms yata, parang it's how you breastfeed. So
Ow.
there's a condition, it's actually a condition that you have to like physical therapy afterwards. It's in the way that you hold the baby. And then some moms man, di sila sanay, their upper body strength is super bad. So when they're carrying the baby, sobrang ma-affect yung buong ano nila.
arm
And
nila.
their posture really gets affected because when you're breastfeeding, especially when you're first breastfeeding pa lang, you tend to like adjust to the baby. So you're not in the most comfortable position. So yeah, but if you were to ask me breastfeeding versus pregnancy, I think breastfeeding is so much more painful than...
I've been hearing a lot of stories about breastfeeding too, but obviously I don't know.
How do you imagine the pain?
I can't talaga eh. Kasi alam mo yung parang, you just hear stories, but I really can never imagine how it would be when it's my turn. Like, I'm excited to have a baby in the future, but parang di ko pa talaga ma-imagine. That's why I'm asking you all these questions. Okay, breastfeeding. Since we're talking about breastfeeding, how painful is it?
painful talaga siya in the beginning. Like, so painful. Siguro mga after a week or 2, then it's medyo tolerable na. Pero painful talaga siya. Like, every time I have to put her in, parang I need to mentally prepare myself na,
For the love.
Tapos the first few times pa talaga, my toes goes like this. Tapos I'm like ganon. And your nipples pala get so sore. Like, even if it's just like this type of clothing, when you're wearing it, sobrang sakit niya.
May specific clothes for moms who are breastfeeding, right?
Yes.
Like bras and polos.
Yes. Yeah, pero hindi sila cute.
So what is the difference of a regular bra and a breastfeeding bra?
It's more easy access if it's a breastfeeding bra. Some have like clasps here, so you still have your bra on. But then if you open the clasp, nandiyan pa rin yung strap, but this is still stays on, so yun lang. Meron naman iba, like meron siyang opening here, so you just open it and then the baby drinks. But that one I don't like so much because
You tend to
parang
leak, or
feeling
hindi
ko
naman?
yung baby ko parang hindi siya sobrang parang I'd rather that my boob is free. And then also with breastfeeding, that made me more desensitized with other people seeing my body. Like, everyone at home has seen my body. Because if the baby's crying na, hindi naman ako parang wait lang, cover myself. Like, baby's crying, okay.
Yeah, okay. So you do that at home, but how is it when you're out? Or hindi mo masyado na-experience because...
I did because I was in Europe and Europe was normal life. I had a nursing cover. Okay naman. And I've also seen other moms who just breastfeed and everyone
I mean, everyone does it.
Oo.
But how was your first experience? Kasi syempre, it's so new. Like, you do get used to it, obviously, when you breastfeed in public. Like, I know so many moms do it. Pero how was your first ever experience? Did you get awkward?
I didn't. Weird, no? I
Talaga?
didn't. Oo.
So,
I really
parang
didn't.
mas baby na yung focus mo talaga.
But also because I wasn't in the Philippines. I think people abroad are more used to.
So, your first time breastfeeding in public was in Europe?
Yes, I think so. Pagbalik mo na, I had a really challenging breastfeeding journey. I stopped right when we came back. So I also breastfed on the plane. Oh yun, on the plane. I would try to hide lang ganun kasi on the plane wala akong nursing cover and then just like opened it and then nung nandun na siya, I was just... Sometimes I would try to ask Yoni if I feel like there's a man or something and wala akong nursing cover. I'd say na try to block me and then... But I was never conscious about it because in my head, this is motherhood. And if you're pervy about this, there's something really wrong with you.
Totoo. I have a funny question. Kasi you know how moms say na may distinct cry yung anak nila to know if it's pooping, if the baby is hungry, if nag-iinarte lang, if nagpapakute lang, diba? So can you show Sienna's face?
Si Sienna naman kasi, wala siyang mga like poopy cry or whatever cry. Now I would know if she's constipated cry. But before, yung newborn siya, like if something's wrong with her, you just really check the boxes. Okay, diaper is okay. Nabigyan na siya ng milk. So baka this is just because meron siyang gas in her tummy and stuff like that.
Sa start.
But now that meron na siyang personality, you could really, really tell. So since sabi ko nga kay Lorene na when we were sleep training her, there were really cries na we knew that we had to go kasi parang, Mama, medyo! Meron na yung, Mommy! Yung ganong cry. Like, we know na, tinatry lang niya yung lock niya pero I'm sure matutulog na yan. Usually, nakakaawa na naman kasi ang baby when they cry. So like her fake cry is more like, pero yung totoong cry is really,
May difference sa to.
Oo, yung parang medyo talagang like life and death cry, gano'n.
Okay. Ito, it's not about motherhood, but it's more for Sienna. Like, how often does she cry? Parang, it really depends on the baby. And I've been with Sienna the past 2 days, and I feel like she doesn't cry.
Doesn't.
She's a happy baby.
But you know, people kasi I feel like if ako, when I didn't have a baby yet, if you tell me na baby below 1 year old, parang I always feel na it's the same baby. But your baby is drastically different the first 3 months compared to the rest of the months. First 3 months talaga, I had my best friend, you know my best friend. She told me talaga, if I could only put the baby in the hospital the first 3 months and then just come back on the 4th month. Sabi niya, I would. Like,
pinakamahirap kasi talaga, I think, yung
first 3 months. It really is.
Few months.
Like, iyak lang sila ng iyak and everything. But now, like, her personality is showing. She's really such a happy baby. She doesn't cry so much talaga. My mom always says, like, if she wants to do something, especially now that she likes to explore kasi so gusto niya yung parang naglalakad siya, paminsan ayaw niya mag-crawl. So, kunyari, you try to make her crawl, she's like, ay, gano'n na siya. Parang gusto niya kasi maglagay.
Tayo na, play na tayo.
Yeah, my mom says na it's so easy to make her cheer up. So that's why hindi siya nagiging full cry. So parang,
Actually, totoo
like,
yun
ang bilis. Mababaw talaga siya.
You mentioned earlier na yung first 3 months is always the hardest. How was your sleeping pattern during the first few months? How is it with you and Yoni also?
Before Sienna came, nanganak kasi yung sister ni Yoni before me. Like, she gave birth December, I gave birth March. And Yoni would always tell me how their life is when the baby was out. And he kept saying na parang, I really don't get how she's doing this. Like, she practically doesn't sleep. And then yung sister niya is just saying na there's just something in you. Like, she doesn't know if it's adrenaline, pero parang you have so much more energy. Like, nakakayanan mo talaga. And I didn't understand this before. And then when Sienna came, totoo nga, even though your sleep is so weird, because basically don't have any good night's sleep. Kasi pag natulog ka, tulog ka, and then after 3 hours, every 3 hours, the baby would feed eh. So, magigising ka rin. And then for me, since I was really I really wanted to pay attention to breastfeeding, I also don't sleep while she's breastfeeding. There are certain positions kasi when you can sleep while the baby is breastfeeding.
Pero, how is it na when you, like for example, have you tried falling asleep while she's breastfeeding? Kasi, how do you unlatch?
I've read and yun pa, and I've read so many like horror stories of when baby is with you in the bed, ganon. So, I really am so particular. I don't like the baby falling asleep in the bed. I always want na she's in the crib. I had a midwife also pala, and that's such a huge help to have a midwife because I think yun talaga yung nakatulong sa amin kasi I didn't have to like mentally tell myself na, oh, you have to wake up at this time because I knew that there was someone who was gonna wake me up. So, our midwife was night shift lang. She's always just there night shift. So, siya lagi yung parang, ma'am, feeding time. So, sobra kong groggy always. Parang,
oh my gosh.
Ganon.
Nasa chair ka or hindi
in
naman?
bed.
Kailangan.
But ang problema doon is that I was C-section, so ang hirap rin to put myself up. So always, like, the midwife would always fix all the pillows and help me up and then help position baby properly. So it was always us. And then Yoni was just sleeping. And Yoni kept saying, sabi niya, God's gift talaga ang midwife sa mga lalaki because usually that's him. Like, he has to change the diaper. So that's really our role, me and Yoni. We knew na I would always feed and everything else is him. Like, he would change the diaper and put her back to sleep, yung ganon yung roles namin so that I can rest. So, nung dumating yung midwife,
ang sarap na tulog niya.
Sarap ni Yoni. Yoni was just sleeping all the way. And then ako,
Okay, how long did it last? Yung ganong pattern?
Sienna had long sleeps right away. Like, hindi pa siya nag-4 months, nagkaroon na siya mga 6 hours. Which I know some doctors are like, no, you have to wake her up every 3 hours. Pero kasi her feeding was okay, her weight was also okay. So, really let her sleep.
Oo, totoo.
I feel talaga na Sienna is so easily sleep trained also because she slept long hours na talaga even before she started sleep training.
Ang saya naman.
Sobrang swerte talaga namin sa kanya. Kaya hindi ko alam how we'll be with our next baby. Kasi parang yung expectation ko is like, sobra kasing parang Sienna was like, I make it easy for you, mommy.
Cute talaga ng inaanak. Wow! Nasabi lang, okay, did you take Galay? And if yeah, I saw. So I know the answer is yes. So, would you recommend it to people also? Did it help you with your recovery process?
I wouldn't know because I did Gelay and I can't compare it to if I didn't do Gelay. But a lot of people kasi talaga, even if they're not Chinese, Filipino Chinese, they believe in it. And there's some science to it. Parang they're saying kasi na, parang you need to put the heat back into your body. So that's why you need to like put food in that's really helping you repair yourself. And this food naman talaga is something na is really well known. Like,
so ano sila?
Like for example, kasi you lost a lot of blood. So they would make you eat yung mga food na talagang rich in iron. So like you'd have mga yan, kidney or like lapu-lapu and stuff like that.
Sort of like a meal plan, you know, if you're maybe on a diet and you wanna lose a few calories.
Yung mga challenging lang talaga is if you're really strict about like, hindi ka pwedeng mag-wet ng anything. Like, you can't even wash your hands. Can't even wash your face. So ako, I wasn't that strict with the washing of the hands. I always love to wash my hands So I wash my hands, wash my face but I didn't shower. I only showered when I came home from the hospital and it wasn't even a shower, it was a bath. My sister made me into a tinola, yun yung term niya. Tinola daw ako kasi nilagyan ng mga leaves, kung ano-anong herbs. And grabe yung first bath ko, like, na-feel ko talagang love because I couldn't move. I couldn't go inside the bathtub also kasi syempre, di ba, like, from standing to. It was my sister and Yoni.
So, paano ka niluto?
So my sister and Yoni was the one like taking off my clothes, like bathing me. Tapos, I had to sit on a chair again and then while I was on a chair, like, hubad ako and it was my sister and Yoni. Kaya I feel so desensitized with my body because I feel like so many people have seen my body and parang mawala tag arte mo So,
let's go back to motherhood questions. A lot of mothers say that after they give birth, mas naging kalmado sila or mas na-stretch yung patience nila. In terms of everything, I'm not talking with just the baby, but like things in general. When a situation happens, old Camille would be like, na. But now, mas napapahaba daw. So, is it true? Or
Feeling
some
ko,
scenarios
my
lang.
patience is still the same. Kasi feeling ko naman, I'm generally patient. Kasi I was raised in a very challenging household, di ba? Alam mo na yung nasabi ko. So I think my patience level talaga is really well trained. But I think what changed is that I really am calmer about situations. Not because I'm more patient, but parang mas calm lang talaga.
So, parang for example lang, dito pag nangyari to, magpapanik ka na. Pero ngayon, like, ganon?
Oo, parang feeling ko kasi mas content ka rin. Feeling ko it's the contentment that makes you more like, parang you feel so much love kasi. So parang because you feel so much love, you're so content, and that's why you don't really
Snap, like.
and you don't really stress about the small things. Because also, it makes you think about your priorities. And that's why, all of a sudden, all these trivial things don't really matter anymore. You only really stress about the important things. Parang ganon.
Totoo. Alam mo, sa panahon ngayon, I really think we should just not stress if hindi na kailangan talaga ma-stress sa isang bagay.
At saka parang because ang daming energy mo yung kailangan in raising your child, parang you really need to choose where you focus your energy. So parang hindi ko nalaban yan. Save my energy.
Okay na to, kaya mo na yan. Oo, hindi na kita pag-aaksayahan ng oras. Ganon. Okay.
My energy is too precious.
Do you think it would be different if Sienna was born like pre-pandemic? Like in terms of how you raise Sienna?
Oo. I mean, I'm trying my best talaga to make her feel like, to make it similar to how I would like raise her and make her experience things if it wasn't for the pandemic. I'm trying my best, and that's why you guys know that we went to Europe, and that's why I would still arrange these trips. I really would like to have more play dates for her because I really want her to develop in a natural setting. Pero, syempre, iba pa rin talaga eh. I feel na iba talaga if she was born pre-pandemic. And that's also one of the reasons why Kokoro Baby number 2 is not happening soon, because I want to be able to experience
Like the
normal pregnancy. Because, girl, stressful yung akin eh. Like, lockdown, not lockdown. Bawal ang asawa, pwede ang asawa. He never saw an ultrasound. Yung ang dami sa akin nangyari. Like, lahat ng changes nangyari
Actually,
sa pregnancy
last minute,
ko.
no? Last minute yung mga changes sa'yo. Kaya parang...
Yeah, I wasn't like, hindi ko, wala. So, I really wanna be able to experience a more normal. Yeah, kaya Kokoro Baby number 2 is not happening during this pandemic, guys.
Did you, like, miss being with friends? Kasi syempre,
Alam mo, I read this. There was this thing that people were sharing on Instagram. Parang it was like, alam mo yung mga quote na photos on Instagram. Parang one person was saying na she feels so offended and hurt by her friends who just stopped inviting her ever since she became a mom. And then when she confronted her friend about it, I can't remember how it's, parang ang sinabi lang sa kanya, oh, we didn't invite you because you wouldn't have gone anyway. Which is nakaka-hurt for a lot of moms. And na-realize ko na feeling ko a lot of moms actually feel that. So if you're a friend watching this and you have a friend who's a new mom or a mom, like I think they would really appreciate if you still like act how like you would, like still invite them out. Because I think, like look at us. That's why I feel kasi na moms need it. And there's a time talaga that they feel so isolated, especially in the beginnings of motherhood. And that's when they need their friends the most. And I'm sure like some friends are thinking, baka kasi busy siya. I'm sure busy siya with motherhood. But they would appreciate like the breather and for them to somehow feel normal. So you should really still keep inviting your mom friends. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
I think I'm a good friend then. Kasi kung paano ako with my single friends and my friends who are all already mothers, I still treat them the same. Like, kung invite talaga. Kasi they'll say naman if they can't go and they'll say if they wanna go out, you know? Like, and personally, I feel like lahat ng moms would really need a break. Even if it's just like a dinner out or something.
Yeah, I think that's Maggie. There's a Maggie over here and we're talking about motherhood. Do you want to join?
Sige, tambay ka lang siya.
Yeah, you can just stay there. I don't mind. Yeah, so you should really invite your friends still.
No.
Kasi ako, parang feeling ko naman, hindi naman ako masyadong nag-change. I mean, I still like to happy hour
Plus,
with you guys.
I'm so happy that Sienna is here. You know, like, I think having a baby around talaga makes like a room happier, for sure. So, I don't mind. Like, I feel like, minsan kasi, if you're a mom, you also think na, wag na lang ba ako sa mama kasi idadali.
Baka ma-stress sila, ma-hassle sila sa
But,
baby.
on the other side of things, ako naman, I have no complaints at all. Like, please, kami pa ngayon na kumukuha minsan. Give Sienna to me.
Pero syempre, if ka yung mom, pipiliin mo rin. Like, for example, sa birthday ni Maggie Cruz. Wala mo ng baby dyan. Ganon.
Nothing behind. So, my last question is, kasi I feel like I've asked you so many questions already. Ano yung Hindi naman payo, but like, what's your advice on people who have completely no idea what it's like to go through everything you've gone through?
I think you don't know how strong you are. Motherhood will make you realize how strong and capable you are. And I know kasi if you're like not in this pa, parang feeling mo, hindi ko kaya yan. Everyone felt that way before they become a mom. And after that, you'll just realize na there's so much in you that you can give. And kahit ako kasi when Sienna wasn't around yet, I was so scared. And then when she came, and I was so new to motherhood, I had so many questions. Feeling ko like, bakit di ko siya magawa ng tama? How come I don't know this? I don't know that? Like, I don't understand her. So many questions, so many doubts about myself. I just want you to know na trust yourself. Eventually, it'll come, and eventually you'll feel like you're the best mom ever. Like, you're bomb diggity.
Uy, totoo, alam mo, like, sometimes when I think of it, like, moms are so superhuman sila. Really,
Pero
like,
kaya mo talaga siya. Kaya mo talaga siya.
thank you.
Of course, you don't know because you don't have it yet. Pero it's a learning experience, and parang sa school, di ba?
Oo.
By the time you graduate, alam mo na lahat. So,
It's a
same.
learning process. Okay.
And just trust yourself. And with that, Lorene has an announcement.
Si Miggy nasa likod. That was a joke.
I-focus ko sa mukha ni Mica. Joke lang, guys. Joke lang. Okay, so thank you so much for your wonderful questions. I hope that other people got something from this vlog.
I did
Really?
Ang dami kong
Even if Liz, it's already like a mommy and you're so
yeah.
involved.
Like, yung mga tinanong ko sa'yo, yung mga hindi ko pa natanong sa kanya. Like, I've been with Liz all throughout her first and second pregnancy. Like, ang hirap din, even the process of you actually like having a
And every
bump.
pregnancy kasi is different.
Oo,
eh.
eh.
Iba rin yung experience ni
Ang
Liz.
saya nung narinig ko, your side naman, diba?
So anyway, if you guys have any questions or any comments, please make sure to leave them down below and give us a thumbs up. See you guys on my next vlog. Bye!